brother. Oh, brother. Hello. 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 Don't know why I decided to film today. I'm not feeling terribly chatty, but it has been far, far too long. I think I'm excited with my progress. I wanted to show what I've been working on. Catch up. So I am currently working on a Spartan. The armor is from Halo 3, or maybe Halo 2, I think, from Agent Main. But I'm not doing the actual Agent Main because he was like a white armor. I'm proud of this one. I think it turned out really well. And trying to experiment, I think, with the colors. I think I'm going to darken the green up a little bit. It's like a little light right now. Also going off some pretty like cheapy paints. Like I'm not mass producing anything. Like I'll do like a couple figures. Like I'll do 3 or 4 and then I'll move on to another figure, just to kind of keep it fresh in my brain. Like I don't like doing the same thing over and over. I don't want to get bored of it and make it monotonous, so I do keep trying to change the figures up, and then with that maybe like different paint schemes and all this stuff. So I don't mind this one. I don't mind the green. I'm using like, again, like a cheapy kind of like airbrush paint instead of like a proper paint you'd use like with a Warhammer or something like that. Like the actual like Vallejo or like the army painter stuff. This was just like a kit I got from Amazon. And it's just like a bunch of colors. And it's quite nice actually. They're like the paint's already quite watered down. It's like it's got the consistency I find of the actual like same of the army painter stuff. So it is like a nice cheap alternative, I think, for just like random colors. And it cost me maybe like $30, I think. Yeah, it's been, yeah, I think if I had maybe like some consistent colors or something I could try. Like if I knew a little bit more about what color I wanted and if I was mass producing them, then I would maybe, I think, fine tune that color a little bit more to be like a proper like Spartan. But I think for right now I'm pretty content with like this color scheme. I also do add like a wash over after, so it does darken it a bit. I mean, I could go over it, I think, again with like a little bit of a darker green, but again, I think I'm just rolling with it. I don't think I'm gonna go like the proper like Spartan green. I think I'll go for like a little lighter. I always liked on Reach, when you played Halo Reach, you could change like the colors of like the shin pads would be different colors than the like upper part here. I think also the shoulders. I forget, it has been a long time, but I always like that, so I did try to do this two-tone for the color there. The helmet also just nice gold. That one's been a little harder to kind of stick with that gold color on there. I feel like it's not showing up very well. And like I'm really like, I don't know what layer I'm on now, but it's maybe I watered down the gold too much. Maybe just like, I think some colors over black just have like a hard time, and I think that might be one of them. So let's see here. Actually, it might be time to add another. Hopefully my stuff is drying out here. To watch my brush too, so I do like a I put it like in some dish soap so it doesn't dry out, but then sometimes I forget when I go to paint again, and then it's sudsy and I get like little air bubbles from the soap, which kind of seems to backfire. So yeah, at least I'm keeping my brush like moisturized, but the sudsy is not it, because it's definitely just gonna like show up on some of the helmets, and I'm not too sure how to fix that. I'm gonna go back over and paint the green again. I should have done gold first. Oops, let's go now. Gonna add a little bit more gold. What else has been new? Finally got my hands on some of these Jones Fallout sodas. I could not believe how hard it was to get them. That's just insane. A big fuck you to all the scalpers out there who just bought them to sell them on eBay. That's such a dick move. Especially for like fans. Like I am a big Fallout fan. I was very excited to see it come out. Like for them to, even like when the show came out, I was excited for the TV show. It's really been holding up. And when I saw like this, like the Jones soda thing, I was so excited for it. But then it seems like majority of the people who are buying this stuff, it's like they're just scalping it. I was like, what? Like, why? Always amazed when like Costco or some of these conglomerates, when they like know this is gonna happen, that they don't put a limit on the amount of things you can purchase from a location. And I might be incorrect about that. Like maybe there is. Maybe they just go to like multiples. Like where I live, there's only one Costco in like a pretty decent radius. Like people will drive from out of town to come, because I live in a smaller town. People will drive from out of town to come use the Costco. So we do cover a fair ground, but it's also like a lot of seniors up here. So I know it's not like I'm not against like a young crowd or something. Like that's what's so weird, that it's, so when it came out the first like 3 days or something, it was like sold out. And then luckily I know someone who works at the Costco, and they were able to put one aside for me just in the morning there. And it's still been sold out for a little bit now, and it's just like I don't get how there's no one in the area would be like chomping at the bit to get at it. That's what I'm more surprised at about like the town that I live in the area I live in, is not like, I don't think they give two shits about it. So I'm surprised to see that it's sold out consistently. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's been pain. They're awesome. The flavors are all really good. I thought it was just like repackaged like Jones sodas, but they actually, I mean, I'm not like a big Jones soda, I'm not a big pop person, but I feel like at first I thought it was just like Jones soda, and they just repurposed their old sodas, kind of that they already have, and just like put a Fallout label on it. But it tastes like they actually have like these are flavors that don't exist already. So they're good too. I'm quite impressed. I'm not trying to like look what I got. I'm trying to show it off, but I am thoroughly impressed that Jones did that. I hope they do more in the future. It does seem like it's a cool idea. It really makes me excited to see that like Fallout's finally getting the recognition that it deserves. Like I remember me and my brother started playing it at Fallout 3. Like that's when we really started playing Fallout, when it was on Xbox. Definitely felt like more of a horror game than but it was unreal. Like we just had so much fun playing it always. And it was so weird how it felt like no one played it, or no one ever heard of it, or it just felt so, yeah, just like not a very popular game. One always enjoyed like the Call of Duty more, and which is weird because I love a solid, free roam open world game. I guess Skyrim also that was where everyone was. The hype went to Skyrim, not exactly to Fallout. I don't know what the year difference was there. Maybe Skyrim was probably around New Vegas, actually. Both Bethesda, though. I could be wrong. But I was always surprised that it never really was getting the recognition it deserved. So to see kind of like a TV show out of nowhere come out and get like such a appraisal and such a fan base made me very excited, not only to see, but then starting to get like merch and stuff come out, like has made me just more excited to see that that's just where it's at. As much as I want to be like a crusty guy sometimes and be like, oh, like I was a fan before everyone liked it, and now it's just the mainstream. I do sometimes feel like that, but in reality, I am just excited to see more of it. If it means more TV shows, if it means more swag, if it means more everything Fallout, that in the end that does make me happier. Like I am excited to see it, so I can't complain too much about that. So it's been cool. It's been cool seeing that. Still upset about the Jones Soda thing, but that's, I guess, sometimes the price you pay for kind of having your like dreams come true, or like having something become popular, or like seeing something go mainstream. It's not only do you finally get to see like it out there, but it becomes more like the more it's known, the harder it is to kind of get any of that stuff. Like I feel like if Warhammer were to come out with a TV show, and I mean Warhammer seemed like it was real quiet, and then all of a sudden it really blew up after they came out with the Space Marines 2. Like that got really popular. And then everyone was all of a sudden like, oh my goodness, Warhammer. And then there were talks about like the TV show. And before then, I swear it was like no one knew about it. So I'd be curious for after a TV show, like what that would do, like I'd love to see a Warhammer TV show. I'd love nothing more than to see that. I think the lore is just insane with Warhammer. The armor is so cool. Everything in it. Like I think it's such a cool universe that it's created. I just lowered my chair with my heel. It was a skill I didn't know I had. But it would definitely bring more more light to it, you know. There would be more shows, there would be some movies, I'm sure there'd be a bunch of stuff. I'm sure some swag would come out, some, I don't even know what they would do, but I'm sure they'd think of something that you could buy, however they're going to sell it to you, and I'm for it. I'll buy it. You know, that's how much I do enjoy that kind of thing. I know like Joy Toy's already been pretty crazy with having their like the Warhammer figures, and those are clearly like a big money maker for them. Like they've been using that one. I feel like they're releasing stuff all the time. So I mean, it's already quite popular, and just becomes more popular. But then once it becomes so popular that all of a sudden it's just hard to get these things, it kind of just ruins it. It's like you surpass that kind of zone of like it's not even enjoyable anymore. It feels like, because it's just hard to get your hands on anything for it or with it. I don't know. That's my hot take. That might just be me. I also do think there's definitely like a narcissist side of me that, maybe not narcissist, that might not be the right word, but maybe more like condescending, where like I feel like I've felt like an outsider for liking some of this stuff for most of my life, and then to all of a sudden to see it become like the cool person thing, I'm just kind of like there's a part of me that's bothered by it for sure. And I don't know, you know, I feel like it's so double-sided. I can be excited that it's out there and be excited that it's come to the surface, it gets its recognition it deserves, but at some point I'm kind of just like, I'm like, why wasn't this cool when I liked it? Like, this was not cool, it was not known. No matter how much I tried to tell people how cool it was like, they're like, nah, it's not no one could acknowledge the coolness of it. And so, I don't know, sad boys, you know, it's a hard life. It's also hard talking on video, I feel like, right now, just because of everything that's going on in the world, and it's tough shit. Like, it's just crazy stuff. Hard not to get political. Hard not to voice the opinion, and I don't want to be on here talking about how much I hate what's going on in the States and express my dislike and talk about how shitty it is. But I feel like it's not doing anything. I'm not doing anything constructive by saying that. I'm not, you know, like, anyone who knows what's going on already knows what's going on. And so it's like, I think the last thing you want to hear is, if you're trying to, like, I actively have been trying to kind of like unwind from it or escape from like news sources and media outlets. Like, I mean, it's hard to. I'll check my Instagram once in a while because I am seeing like I might have stuff for sale, and or like someone with a request and stuff like that. So I do check it, and it's a little hard to see it and not see what's going on in the world. And you're kind of just like, fuck. And you don't want to be like oblivious to it. I don't want to be like act like I don't see what's going on, you know, because I feel like some people do have like their blindfolds up, or they're covering what's in front of their face, and like, oh, I don't see shit, I'm not seeing anything. And I feel like that's just as bad. Like, I feel like we should be acknowledging like what's going on, and we should be acknowledging how shitty it is. If you view it that way, I do view it as a very shitty thing going on. But I think it's even worse to just pretend like it's not. But at the same time, I'm trying to avoid it. And I think that's where I find it's such a tricky time for anything right now, for when I want to like upload a video or go, because it's like I will talk about it. There's no way I can't. There's no way I can't. It's just so fucked up. You know, my heart is out to anyone out there right now that's in the US, that also understands all this crazy, that whatever's going on, you know, that they're like, yeah, this is crazy. This isn't the US I know. This isn't the US I used to like I didn't sign up for or anything like that. And it's crazy to see that. It's really hard to see, and I definitely feel for those down there who didn't want to be a part of that, and they're just like a part of it now. Yeah. I don't even know. Don't even know. But it's getting hard to like, yeah, talk about stuff. Talk about it without going back to politics and circling back. And I've never been a politics person. This is the most of my life I've ever cared. And it's like, you know, I still don't even feel like I guess I'm much of a politics person. It's more just like, I'm just like, what's going on is fucked up. You know? Like what they're doing is messed up. And I feel like that's not a crazy thing to believe, you know? That's messed up with what's going on down there. And I definitely feel for y'all, and yeah. I'm out of words. I'm tired. I'm trying to get back into this. I want to document my progress, and I want to share, and I want to chat. And it doesn't always have to get so dark and gloomy. I'm feeling a little dark and gloomy today, though, so I guess that's just where the conversation goes. But I would like to share my progress online and show everything in my process, just so you can see how it goes. And I mean, if you ever to do this, you know exactly kind of what's going on, if you so choose. So that's that. I kind of touched this guy up here a little bit, a little too colored there, so wasn't too sure how that was going to turn out. I got like the gray, and then I tried to do like the gray on the inside here to match, and then a bit of like a darker gray in here, but I think those all should have matched, maybe, those colors. But, you know, I think it might tie everything together when we do the, excusez-moi, when we do the doo-doo. When we do, oh man, I'm like losing words. I am tired. When we do the wash, because that usually ties everything up. So just give me 1 second here while I get some. Clay in here. Just try and help hold it in while I was painting it. But that was not the move. I think it dried out. Just wanted to show you guys what it would look like with the helmet on. Pretty dope. You do another gold layer up there. It's not done yet. Get some of that clay out of there. Not done yet. Big old patch right there. Patches O'Houlihan. Got a big Patches O'Houlihan in there. Okay. I'm falling apart here. Thanks for listening. That was good chatting. I'll talk to you all later. Goodbye.